So Secretary of State Marco Rubio reportedly telling allies there'll be no new strikes on Iran for now. Instead, the U.S. is turning up the pressure with hard-hitting sanctions. Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst is in Tel Aviv with more, including developments on the Strait of Hormuz. Trey, is it open?
Hey, Brian, good morning. For now, the strait is partially open, and President Trump has issued a new warning to the Iranian regime about keeping the Strait of Hormuz safe. The president posted to Truth Social yesterday about this waterway, what he calls a no-mine policy, saying, I have just been informed by the United States Navy that all mines have been removed and or detonated from within the international waters of the Strait of Hormuz. Iran has been notified that any ship or boat placing new mines will be immediately and systematically destroyed. He indicated that Space Force is watching every inch of the strait, as well as Iran's nuclear sites. Iranian officials continue to claim the strait is unsafe for vessels leaving the Persian Gulf. The discussion over this critical waterway comes as the United States continues to oversee millions of barrels of crude oil being exported from the Gulf each day through a southern passage. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi met Tuesday with his Omani counterpart in Tehran as the two countries continue talks toward a parallel agreement about control of the strait. Araghchi then posted on X saying Iran's commitment to peace and stability is matched by steadfast diplomacy. With our neighbors in talks with Pakistani and Omani guests, regional solutions were stressed. Proposed framework for new corridor joint mine clearing and future management of Hormuz is case in point. Reports do indicate that Secretary of State Marco Rubio is telling allies the United States is leaning into economic measures against Iran following a new sanctions package that was announced earlier this week. Rubio reportedly indicated that strikes against Iran are not expected in the near future, though Secretary of War Pete Hegseth says the U.S. military readiness is high should the situation change. The bottom line here, the current status quo will focus on pressuring the Iranian economy to change their behavior, but ultimately we are in this cycle, Brian, with no end in sight. Brian?
Trey, I'll get to you a little bit later because I have 100 questions for you. This is very interesting. I'm sure the price of oil will drop on what you just said. Trey Yingst, thanks so much. Meanwhile, today marks 5 years. 5 years since 13 U.S. service members killed in the bombing at Abbey Gate in Kabul during former President Biden's botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. It was sloppy. Deadly exit was the ultimate foreign policy failure of the administration. They ultimately would not recover. It led to the Taliban takeover of the country. Our next guest helped evacuate hundreds from the region because the administration wouldn't. Former Green Beret and Task Force Pineapple leader wrote a book about it. Lieutenant Colonel Scott Mann joins us now. Scott, you're going to be on the special. You're on the special on Fox Nation. What are your reflections today?
I think the first thing is just like what so many veterans are feeling today and family members is those 13 warriors who fell 5 years ago today holding the line at Abbey Gate, along with all of the others that fell in that 20-year war, Brian. But certainly it's very poignant that 5 years ago today, those young men and women that were just doing their job in a really chaotic situation gave everything.
Right. And then when did you realize that you guys are going to have to do the evacuation? Retired men and women and donors were going to have to get our allies out of there and Americans out of there.
Yeah, so I started getting frantic texts from a buddy of mine named Nizam, who was an Afghan commando and also a certified U.S. Green Beret. He'd been shot in the face defending U.S. Green Berets, and he was texting me that the Taliban were circling his block and texting his phone telling them they were going to kill him. And it was about mid-June when we started getting those texts. But when Afghanistan fell, he was on the run. And we started working a plan to get him out through an open sewage canal and a hole in a fence. And turns out there were a whole lot of veterans, not just me, doing the same thing. Wow.
So you're trying to get people out, and that happened for months.
Yeah.
The administration just sat on their hands. That's a story. That's part of the special. Here is Sergeant Tyler Vargas Andrews, who lost his right arm in Kabul, reflecting back on the attack.
Once we got to the gate, it was around the 18th or the 19th. We punch up into our sniper tower that we're observing everything. We can see the Barron Hotel. We're looking into the city. We're next to the city in the canal, and we've got the Taliban checkpoint 155 yards north of our tower, directly out the window. We're watching them, and over the next few days, like their position's building up, and the Taliban were slowly creeping in on us. And then we get past word from, from like the ground force commander that Taliban are being pushed up to your position.
Wow. So that's some of the harrowing moments. When you see that video, what are you thinking?
You know, just so grateful. You know, everybody talks about this generation of Americans, but I'll tell you what, you know, men and women like Tyler out there, and I've met him. He's come to our play that we do. And One of the things that has come out of this is I've just had the opportunity to meet so many of these young Americans who were at Abbey Gate, at Kabul International Airport, and it's just so impressive what they did. But to see them link up with the veterans that stood up and the work that they did together to get our allies out, that's what sticks with me. And I mean, that's the reason we changed our mission at Pineapple to start telling the story from the stage, and that's what we're trying to do now.
What do you mean?
So we do a play. I wrote a play called 11 Days, the story of Operation Pineapple Express, and we travel the country telling the story of that botched withdrawal during those 11 days, and we talk about what it means to honor a promise. I play like 24 characters in 90 minutes, and it's the men and women that fought for each other to get people out of there, and we're traveling all over the country, and it's amazing. We've even had some of the Gold Star families from the Abbey Gate explosion see it, and they talk about how moving it is and how important it is that we keep telling this story.
Well, that's great. And where do you get tickets?
tfpineapple.org. We're going to be in New Jersey and Carteret tonight on the 5th anniversary, and we're hoping for it to be the first veteran-written, produced, and veteran-performed play to go off Broadway.
Gary Sinise is going to be there, right?
Yeah, we're hoping so.
So when we talk about what we're dealing with now in Iran, what are your chief concerns about as we have another conflict brewing right now?
We've got to learn the lessons. We've got to listen to these men and women that fought for 20 years and who understand this threat. And who are telling us that the same thing with Iran is like, if we're gonna fight there, then we've got to have a relationship locally. We've got to have a relationship with the Kurds and the people that live there, and we can't abandon them when it gets tough.
Right, and win. Have a successful outcome.
Yeah. I mean, the reality is there's a lot of lessons that we can take away from Afghanistan that are very replicable in Iran. But right now, the concern is I see us just kind of turning the page on that 20-year war, and we're not paying attention to what we should take away from that.
We never did a thorough after-action report.
There was no after-actions review that really you could speak of that says we crystallized the lessons learned from Afghanistan, and we just turned the page like it never happened.
Well, I'll tell you one thing is for certain. Fox Nation did a tremendous job, and you were a big part of that. They come out with Ambush at Abbey Gate. It is streaming right now on Fox Nation. It's important you see this story. Thanks so much, Scott.
Yeah,
Great to see you. Thanks for your service.
Appreciate it.
Good luck with your show tonight.
Thanks.
Back in a moment.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.